everybody, welcome back to the Trembling Madvent event that we're running on this channel with the Trembling Madness Advent Calendar. If you haven't been here before and you're watching this video, Trembling Madness are one of the most respected, from what I understand, one of the most respected and sort of admired bottle shops in the UK. They've got a beautiful, beautiful shop in the middle of York. And so when I bought this calendar, I thought there's only one place I'm going. Well, I actually asked you guys, and a lot of people told me kind of what I already thought, that Trembling Madness was the place to go. And I have to say, after sort of much sort of deliberation, I am really happy I went for this calendar. We had a cracking beer last time out. We had that Donzoko lager. It was absolutely banging. We're into the final 5 beers of the calendar. Let's see if we can have a brilliant finish. Let's see what's behind door number 20. Come on then. Oh, come here. What have we got? I know the branding. We have got a Nightmare of Brew York 2022 Gingerbread Imperial Milk Stout. Really cool, kind of freaky background there. Yeah, look at that guy. Look. It's not exactly Christmas, but it's the Nightmare of Brew York, of course. First impressions, I'm happy because I've heard great things about this beer. But also, there's a bit of trepidation. That's the wrong word. A bit of like, I'm being a bit reserved about it because I don't enjoy the Brew York stouts generally. I find them too thin. I had the Fairy Tale of Brew York out of Morrison's. Obviously, that's a supermarket beer. I understand that. This is double the ABV, you know, probably more than actually, and all the rest of it. And it was poor. It was poor. But let's see what this can do for us. I went to Brew York's tap room. I talked about Trembling Madness. That day, the day I went there, I was with John from Lord's Brewing Company. We'd just been to New York, listen to me. We'd just been to York Beer Festival, and we went to Brew York's sort of brewery and tap room. Amazing place, by the way. And I had some fantastic beers there. The beers that were really sort of new to me. I'd had a couple of Brew York beers before that were out of a bottle shop. And yeah, the beers in Brew York, it was kind of summer. We kind of stuck to pales and IPAs, and we had a good few really good beers, but not stouts. So come on in. What have we got in the glass? Let's go. The glass, I've just rinsed this glass, by the way, right straight away. You can, even the way it pours, this is a thicker, much thicker, gloopier stout. There we go. Get some heart on it. Oh, look at the way it's developing. Look at that. This looks so good. This looks so good. There we go. 440 can, 9.8%. I don't think I mentioned that before, actually. Let's just move the camera that way a little bit. What have we got in the glass? We have got an absolutely brilliant looking Imperial Stout. 1.5 finger brown, foamy, fluffy head. Not 1 ounce of light bleeding through this glass. It looks absolutely brilliant. The best looking Brew York Stout I've had. It's just the best looking one in the glass. Let's go in, see what we get with the nose. Definitely picking up that gingerbread. It's sweet ginger though. It's not like harsh ginger. Definitely a sweeter end of ginger. Beautiful vanilla. And the chocolate's in there as well. Not really much coffee. It's not overly roasty. Definitely, obviously it's a milk stout. Definitely picking up that lactosey, milky sweetness on the nose. That looks really, really good. Let's go in when I've tapped the back of the GoPro. There you go. Right. Cheers, everybody. That is incredible. Wow. It's lovely and roasty and malty to start with. But it's sweet. There is a sweetness to that roastiness, if you know what I mean. It's not sort of like overly aggressive. Then the gingerbread man, the vanilla come in right after that. Oh, it's so sticky. Can you hear me sucking? I'm sucking it off the inside of my mouth. It'll be leaving legs down the glass, I'm sure. Yeah, it is. Look at that. And actually what you're left with is a kind of slight hint of coffee, but mainly cinnamony bitterness at the back. Oh, that is an absolute dream. Sorry if you can hear my daughter crying in the background. But with that gingerbread and vanilla, the milky, creamy thing not only comes in to the mouthfeel, that's that you kind of overwhelmed with it. Not overwhelmed, that's the wrong word. You get a big whack of roasted malt. Then you can really start appreciating the mouthfeel, but more importantly, the creaminess with that vanilla and that ginger, or gingerbread, should I say? That's really good. And just like Christmas, when you sit down with a Baileys, it's definitely got a lovely, creamy, boozy bitterness right at the back. It's a really boozy bitterness, almost like you've had a stout liqueur almost. That's really good. Really enjoyed that. Let's have a look at the can. Let's see if it tells us anything. Nightmare of Brew York takes a warming ginger spin this year. Rich gingerbread, cinnamon spice and heaps of creamy vanilla combined for this year's Christmas stout. Be sure to check out this year's other seasonal brews: Fairy Tale of Brew York, Dreams of Brew York, and Barrel Aged Nightmare of Brew York. Malts are pale, crystal 150, crystal 400, flake barley, malted oats, carafa 3, and chocolate malt. Yeah, there is a lovely chocolatiness to it, actually, isn't there? Didn't talk about the chocolate in the taste, but it definitely comes in at the start. Creamy chocolate with that gingerbread and vanilla. Ingredients are water, barley, oats, lactose, maltodextrin, brown sugar, hops, vanilla, natural flavourings, yeast. I've really enjoyed that, and I'm glad I've enjoyed it. And I say for what I think I've on this channel, when you review beer, you simply have to review what's in the glass in your hand. You have to. And I've given Brew York a hard time, but I think that's partly my fault. I haven't looked at these guys out of a bottle shop. The stuff that was in their tap room in York was brilliant. I think I had a collaboration in there. Did they do like Oregon Eagle or something with Elusive? I had an Elusive collaboration. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was called Oregon Eagle. That was amazing. I had a couple of pale ales that were sort of off the beaten track. They were amazing. It's got a 5 out of 5 Holly Christmas rating. So for me, I suppose it's not an apology to Brew York, but it's not an apology because I'm reviewing what's in the glass. If they're putting it out in the supermarket and I don't like it, I don't like it. But I know this is a bottle shop purchase only, or you know, from their brewery at least. And I get it. I finally get it with Brew York. I think before Paul and I were on a stream and I said they're the most overrated brewery in the UK for me. And they might still be, I don't know, but I get it. the stuff I've had from their bottle shop and their tap room, if you leave all of the supermarket and commonly found stuff in other stores alone, and you only look at their bottle shop and kind of special stuff, I get it. So yeah, there we go. This is absolutely delicious. I'm going to go and take this downstairs now. My wife will probably have a little drop of it, and we're going to go and watch some Louis Theroux. Like I normally do with Imperial Stouts on the box. Thanks so much, guys. Brew York, let me know your thoughts. Yeah, I get it. Like I say, I'm starting to get it, and I do appreciate it. It's absolutely lovely. Big, thick, gloopy mouthfeel. Works so well with those flavours. That's the best Brew York beer I've had for a long time. The other being the Champagne Supernova. Yeah, there we go. Like and subscribe if you'd be so kind, guys. I will see you on the next one. Cheers.